Every day as I go through the old shanty town where the sheds and the lotments all stand, I see the old man of the land with the brake of a spade in his hand. And he's there in all the weather, in sunshine and rain. I hesitate as I go past. Is he happy or sad with his task? Oh, I haven't the time for to ask. A man of the earth, a man of the soil, in his lonely allotment he labours and toils. He's not much to do since he turned 65, so he's stuck to his garden to keep him alive. It's his only joy and his pride. 40 years in the ironworks, broke his will on his back and his shoulders are around. There was no more the work in the town, so they had him both feathered and bound. Then all of a sudden he turned 65, and the bosses said, "Thank you, my man." And the stuck a gold watch in his hand as behind him the door quickly slammed. A man of the earth, a man of the soil, in his lonely allotment he labours and toils. He's not much to do since he turned 65, so he's stuck to his garden to keep him alive. It's his only joy and his pride. Every Saturday evening he's down at the club, and he stands with his mates at the bar, slowly sipping a solitary jar. Oh, a pension won't go very far, so he sells a few things to his neighbours and friends, a few of the things that he grows. But he has to watch out how he goes. Oh, they'll stop on his pension, he knows. A man of the earth, a man of the soil, in his lonely allotment he labours and toils. He's not much to do since he turned 65, so he's stuck to his garden to keep him alive. It's his only joy and his pride. Every day as I go through the old shanty town where the sheds and the lotments all stand, I see the old man of the land with a rake or a spade in his hand. But I cannot linger, I must be gone, 'cause I work in the ironworks too. I started there 5 years ago, only 45 more years to do. A man of the earth, a man of the soil, in his lonely allotment he labours and toils. He's not much to do since he turned 65, so he's stuck to his garden to keep him alive. It's his only joy and his pride. Away from the pits I'll be bound, away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is built on a heart made of coal. For years been eaten away. The first thing I saw when I came to this place was the earth move a little each day. There were cracks in the buildings, the windows askew, and great rods of steel through the houses ran too. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. There's houses held up by great pillars of wood, whole streets running well out of throw. The chimneys lean over their gardens so low, they can't lean much lower than you. Wherever the seams run like fingers of blight, the land it gives in without even a fight. Like me at the moment, a pitiful sight. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. The miners claw upwards their living to make. I don't envy them double their pay. For the coal it's the devil, it's the demon to break, and the damage it does every day. Like rats they will gnaw at the core of the land. Their homes they destroy with their very own hands. Just like our love, they were built up on sand. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. I'll leave this cold city, she's fickle and false. I'll head off for more solid ground. If all of the girls around here are like you round here, I will no more be found. Perhaps I'll move westwards and head for the sea. I know I am sure a rough mistress she'd be. Her heart would be warmer than your heart for me. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. Away from the pits I'll be bound. This city is somehow a little like you. Away from the pits I'll be bound.
Come walk with me in the countryside that lies in Salford town. There's fields and forests and river banks for miles and miles around. To follow the out-raining paths, canals and railway lines, the old halls that have disappeared, derelict coal mines. Imagine now the sights you'd see as you walk the Clifton line, the industry that lied within from the Pendlebury mine. The sight of Clifton Colliery, beyond Lum's Lane the hall, the miles and miles of tunnels that toward the city fall. When we reach the Irwell, the canal runs straight and true toward the city centre where the industry still grew. The barges they all gathered there to load the clean washed coal, as the miners gave their blood and sweat below in that dark hole. Further down the Irwell's paths, through the leafy glade, to reach the kilns of Pilkingtons where the porcelain was made. The Royal Lancashire pottery was the best that you could buy, and recognised around the world right here in Salford lie. Come walk with me in the countryside that lies in Salford town. There's fields and forests and river banks for miles and miles around. To follow the old trading paths, canals, railway lines, the old halls that have disappeared, derelict coal mines. Come walk with me in the countryside lies in Salford town. That's a song about the country in Salford.
Well, I suppose I reflect myself, and my figures are bound to do. Bound to reflect myself and the figures, and I'm a very lonely sort of a person. I've no wish to change. I'd like to paint the figures as I see them, and the mills and the landscape as I see it, and I'm not at all interested in housing estates and the rest of it. I will keep on painting, I suppose, just as I am doing now.